Hello yogis, welcome to a new yoga flow. It's the last one of this year. If you need a block, place it close by. If you need something else, also place it close by. Okay? So, when you're ready, we're going to start our last flow this year. For me, last flow this year. Okay, so we're going to start in a seated position. Maybe sit cross-legged. Take your time to settle down, to root down your sitting bones into the earth. Feel if you sit with a straight spine, your shoulders are relaxed. Reach up with the crown and take a moment, to root down, to bring the focus towards your body, your presence here. First we take an inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale. And then we start to prepare for our yoga flow today. So sitting cross-legged. Remember which leg is in front of you because we're going to switch. Ready? Inhale to lengthen spine. Exhale, we're going to reach forward. Try to keep the sitting bones on the earth. So we start with some stretches. Keep your breath slow, deep. Feel the impact of the pose, inner thighs around your hips, your spine. Ready for the last one. Start to rise up. And we're going to do a cross-leg boat. Try to bring your heart towards your thighs. And keep your spine straight. Hold the pose for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to switch. Again, spine straight, heart towards your thighs. Breath calm and deep. Last one. Okay. Then sit cross-legged again. Take your time to root down your sitting bones. Create length in spine. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Lengthen the spine. Sitting bones on the floor. And if you want to move a bit around here, that's fine. From here we move into child pose. Sitting bones toward heels, forehead towards the earth. Then lift your heads up, move forward and bring the weight into your hands. Move the shoulders a bit over the wrist, pull the belly in, come all the way down on your belly. Engage the core, hands are next to the chest, elbows pointing towards the back of the mat. Keep the elbows closed and zipper the legs together. And with core active, we're going to make a mini cobra. So inhale, lift the chest, move the shoulder blades together. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. With an inhale, push yourself back on your knees. Sit in Seiza so you can sit on your heels. Bring the arms up. Exhale, interlace. With an inhale, you open the chest. Point your hands towards the floor. Let go. Place your toes into the earth. We're going to roll towards our feet. So first toes into the earth. Then you start to roll towards your feet. And with an inhale, come all the way up. Exhale with the hands before the heart. Take your time to root down your feet into the earth, spreading the weight. Then we're going to lift the left knee up. Maybe hands into the hips. Core active, so belly in, tailbone is in. And then we take a small step forward and ready for your tree pose. So maybe tree pose, maybe the foot on the inside of the inner thigh, maybe against your calf or foot on the floor. So don't forget to engage the core. Keep the standing leg straight. Maybe hands in the hips or hands before the heart, or there's always another option. Okay, then from here we lift the right knee up. Take a small step forward, and then it's a tree pose on the left side. Again, core, standing leg straight. Variation, hands in hips, hands before the heart, or maybe you have a very big tree. Cactus also possible. Okay, then we're going to step out of our tree pose. Inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, leading with the heart, you take a bow, crown towards the earth. Sitting bones up towards the ceiling. With an inhale, it's a flat back, lengthened spine. With an exhale, our first plank pose. Shoulders, wrist, toes and heels, and then start to press the heels towards the back of the mat. Shifting the weight a bit forward, knees on floor. Low plank, don't forget to keep the elbows close. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, first downward facing dog. Don't forget spreading the fingers. Big surface with the hands. Shoulders away from your ears. If you want to, you can walk your dog. And remember your breath and use your breath. So deep, slower paced breath. Okay, then bend the knees. And with an inhale, we're going to step forward. Lengthen spine, flat back. Exhale, crown to earth. And with an inhale, you bring the arms all the way up. Follow your hands. Exhale with the hands before the heart. Okay, we're going to start our flow. Inhale, circle the hands up. Create length. Exhale, all the way down, crown to earth. Inhale, flat back, lengthen spine. Exhale into your plank pose. Low plank, maybe with knees on floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Always watch your shoulders, so we try to move the shoulders away from the ears. Also engage the legs and bring the heart towards your thighs. With an inhale, bring the right leg up, keep the hips even. And with an exhale, we step into a low lunge. So the knee is above the ankle and lengthen spine. Feet hip width. Ready? Come all the way up into a high lunge. Don't forget to press your toes into the earth and the heel towards the back of the mat. Your shoulders are relaxed. Then right hand on the back leg. Lean a bit back. Looking towards your left hand palm. Slowly come out of the pose. Reach forward with your left hand and place your left hand on the floor next to your right foot. And bring your right arm up and make the twist with your upper body and waist. Watch your right hip. Often the right hip wants to move forward, so try to keep the hips next to each other. Then back into a low lunge. And we go to walk with the hands towards the back of the mat. Into a low lunge there. Take your time to lengthen spine. Feet hip width, hips even. When you're ready, come all the way up into a high lunge. Then the left hand on the back leg. Lean a bit back and looking towards your right hand palm. We come out of the pose, we reach forward. And then you place your hand next to your left foot and bring the left arm up. Then both hands are on the floor, back into low lunge. And now we walk the hands towards the center of the mat. When your hands are under the nose, you start to lengthen spine. Exhale, crown to earth. Walk the hands back until your fingertips are on one line with your toes. Point the elbows towards the back. Your crown is pointing towards the earth. Your neck is relaxed. And try to spread the weight of your heels in your toes. Okay, coming out of the pose, so you start to walk your hands forward until they are back under your nose. Start to heel toe the feet together. Into Yogi squat. So you stop when the feet are hip width, toes out, heels in. And then find your Yogi squat. If you want to, open with your elbows and place your hands before your heart. Try to keep the length in the spine. Keep the chest open. Okay, one more breath. And then from here, we're going to turn a bit. Place your right knee on the floor. Left foot forward. Try to keep the knee and ankle above each other. And also your knee and your hip. Okay, right arm is up. Inhale. Exhale, lean back and reach for your right heel or use a block. And then bring the left arm up. Push the hips forward, chest towards the ceiling. And push into your heel to open a bit more. To create a bit more length and stretch. Okay, with an inhale, you push into your heel, come out of your pose. With an exhale, we're going to turn the other way around. Okay, take your time. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, reach for your left heel. Right arm up, hips, chest. With an inhale, push into your heel, come out of your pose, place hands on the floor. Now return to downward facing dog. Feel if you spread the weight over your hands, your fingers, but also try to bring the weight towards your feet. And then you push into your hands and your feet and you bring your sitting bones up as highest point. With an inhale, we move into plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back in downward facing dog. Okay, next flow. Inhale, right leg up, hips even. Exhale, we step into a low lunge again. Take your time to lengthen the spine. Check your hips. The hips are next to each other. And with an inhale, rise up, high lunge. Same here, the hips are next to each other. Don't forget, we don't hang here. So you push your heel towards the back of the mat and try to keep the shoulders above the hips. Okay, when you're ready, then we're going to step forward. So with an inhale, step forward, left knee is up. Then grab with your right hand your left ankle, cross it over your right thigh, and grab with your left hand your right upper arm. Then let go, bring the left knee up and step back in warrior two. Take your time for your warrior two. Your belly is in, your tailbone is in. Try to point the knee and the toes straight forward and try to keep the hips parallel with the long side of the mat. Check your shoulders. Shoulders are relaxed. Both arms are strong. Left hand lower back. Flip the right hand palm up. Lean back, look up. With an exhale, we come out of the pose, we reach forward. And then you place your arm on your leg and we don't lean too heavy. Maybe left hand here on your thigh or on your lower back. And then point your shoulder up towards the ceiling and try to align your foot, your knee, your shoulder and your ear. Ready? From here we move into lizard pose. So let go of your hands. Walk the right foot more towards the right. Square the hips. I'm going to turn around so it's easier for you to follow. So we are here in a lizard pose. Try to keep the knee close and try to keep the hips even. Don't hang here. Then we place the knee on the floor and from here we move into pigeon pose. So walk the right foot towards the left and then you place your shin on the floor. Keep the foot flexed, hands in the center. Take your time, feel if your hips are next to each other. Right hip is next to the left hip. If you lean a lot on your right buttock, place something under your right buttock. First, you push your fingertips into the earth or your hands and you start to lengthen the spine. Then move your shoulder blades towards the back, chest forward. And then the tail of the pigeon. So press your left leg on the floor and point your toes towards the back of the mat. Okay, from here we start to walk forward. Now you can come on your elbows or come all the way down on your belly. If you can come all the way down on your belly, you're going to make a variation if you want to, of course. So left shoulder on the floor. Left ear also. Right hand, bend the left leg and catch your foot and then bring it towards your buttock. Two or three more breaths. So we have a threaded needle, a swan or pigeon, and a nice stretch for your hip flexors. One more breath. Then we let go of the leg and we of the foot. Right hand into the earth, press yourself up and return in a downward facing dog. Walk your dog. And you can always choose, you can stay in your downward facing dog or maybe inhale warrior plank. Exhale for a low plank. With an inhale into an upward facing dog. And with an exhale, return in your downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So we're going to lift the left leg up. And with an exhale, we step into a low lunge left side. Take your time to lengthen. When you're ready, then we're going to rise up into high lunge. Take your time. I'm going to turn around, yes. So we are in a high lunge on the left side. Okay. Then, when you're ready, we're going to step forward and we prepare for our balance pose. So with an inhale, stepping forward, right knee is up. Then left hand towards the right foot. And the right hand towards the left upper arm, and you open the chest. Point the knee down. Keep the standing leg straight so we don't hang in the hips. Let's go, point the knee up, big step back in warrior two. And take your time into your warrior two. Warrior two. So, without looking down, check your hips, parallel with the long side of the mat. Check your knee, toe, pointing straight forward, shoulders. Right hand lower back, flip the left hand palm up, look back, look up. Keep the front knee bent. Coming out of the pose, you reach forward and then we're going to place the arm on the leg. Right hand maybe towards your ear, towards your thigh, and point your right shoulder up towards the ceiling and try to align foot, knee, shoulder and ear. So think about a wall. You want to lean with your buttocks, your shoulder blades and the back of your head against the wall. Okay, let's go and we move into lizard pose. Hands on the inside. Square the hips, keep the knee close of the left knee. Lengthen the spine. Then place the right knee on the floor and start to walk with the left foot towards the right. Place your shin on the floor. Keep the foot flexed. Okay, always take your time. Feel where your hips are. When you're satisfied, then you place your hands into the earth and you start to lengthen the spine, moving the shoulders place the shoulder blades back in the chest forward. And don't forget to activate your tail, the tail of the pigeon. Okay. And then if you want to, you can move forward or stay here. Elbows, maybe this is enough. Or right arm, right shoulder on the floor. Right ear on the floor. Left hand, move to your foot. And then you can catch your foot and bring it towards your buttocks. Observe the impact of the pose, observe your breath. Remember, breath is slow and calm and deep. Same breath. Then you can let go of your leg, of your foot. Place hands on the floor and we return to a downward facing dog. When you're back in downward facing dog, inhale into plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Okay, and then with an inhale you can step or jump forward. Lengthen spine, flat back. Exhale, crown to earth. And with an inhale, circle the hands all the way up. And exhale with the hands before the heart. Okay, we're going to do our last part of our flow. Okay, make sure you have a bit space in front of you. And we're going to do our half moon. So, left knee up, extend the left leg behind you, right hand on the floor or on a block. Try to keep the standing leg straight and you start to open the hip, flex the foot, left arm up, start to turn your body facing maybe the wall. Activate your pose so your standing leg is straight. You start to push your heel towards the back of your mat and you reach with your fingertips up towards the ceiling or maybe sky. Okay, then a gentle bend in the front leg, big step back, and then we go to prepare our half moon towards the other side. So take your time, maybe block or just the floor. Open the right hip, keep the foot flexed, right arm up, and then start to open your body. One more breath, or maybe two. Gentle bend in the front knee, big step back, and back we turn towards the front. Stepping forward. Okay, one last vinyasa. Inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, leading with the heart, take a bow. With an inhale, into flat back. And with an exhale, plank pose. Low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back and downward facing dog. Bend the knees and inhale, step forward. Flat back. Exhale, crown to earth. Inhale, circle hands up. Exhale with the hands before the heart. Place the feet hip width. And we have a gentle bend in the knees. Bring those two fingers up. So with an inhale, you start to create length both sides, left and right. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, we're going to catch with those two fingers the big toes. Place your thumb on top of your big toe. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crown towards the earth. Elbows are pointing towards the sides. Maybe a gentle bend in the knees. And then start to push your toes into the earth. And you pull your crown towards the earth. So you push your toes into the earth and you start to pull yourself towards the earth. Lengthening the spine so you reach up your sitting bones. And if you have space, then maybe straighten the legs. Last one. And then start to let go of your toes, bend the knees, sit low and find your boat, half boat. Don't forget to keep the spine straight. Okay, wave your spine straight. Now round your spine and then you start to roll towards the earth, bringing the legs up. Okay. Cross your legs, right for the left. We're going to make a shoelace when we are on the floor. So you start to bend both knees. Your right knee is before your left knee. And you can catch your ankles or maybe catch your legs. And start to bring your knees, your legs towards your chest. And then watch your hips. So we try to keep the hips even. One more breath. Then place your foot on the floor, your left foot. Move your buttocks a bit more towards the left side. No, I'm sorry, towards the right side. And then find your spinal twist. Try to keep your chest on the floor, your chest. Try to keep your upper spine and your shoulders on the floor. Maybe a hand on the top leg. Feel the weight of your legs. One more breath here. And with an inhale, bring the legs up, point the knees up towards the ceiling. Place everything back in the center. Bring the legs up again. Cross the left knee before the right knee. Bend both knees, both legs. Grab your ankles or maybe your legs. With an inhale first. And with an exhale, you start to bring the knees closer towards your chest. So feel your hips. We try to keep the hips even. Observe the stretch by your outer thighs, hips. And then we let go. Place your right foot on the floor. Move the buttocks a bit more towards the left. And then bring the legs towards the right. Cactus arms, spread your arms. Try to keep the spine as much as possible on the floor. Of course, your shoulder too. Maybe right hand on the top leg. For a deep spinal twist. Come out of your pose, so you point your knees back up towards the ceiling. And from here we're going to close the practice. So knees towards the chest, nose towards the knees. Place your head back on the floor. Wiggle a bit from left to right, over your lower spine, over your back. Then cross your ankles, place your hands behind your knees. Keep your spine round, all the way up to a seated position. When you have your seated position, maybe it's cross-legged. If you want to sit different, that's fine. With an inhale, circle hands up. Exhale, hands before the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your head towards your chest. And thank your body that make this practice possible. Thank yourself that you took the time this day for your yoga flow, for your yoga practice. And we are grateful for everything we have in our life. Well, I'm grateful that you're here and that you wanted to do the class together with me. Hopefully we see each other next year, and till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye from here. Namaste.